The reason why I really wanted to come this way was because of this new joke that a straight man said to me. So I was walking and he was like, oh, I need to talk to you about something. I said, well, I have to go. He said, I'll follow you. And I said, actually, you can't follow me right now because I'm about to go into the ladies' room. And he called himself flirting and being funny, saying, oh, yeah, I can follow you. I can follow you into the ladies' room now. All I have to do is identify as a woman. He thought this joke was funny. Hello, beautiful people. How you doing? How you been? If this is your first time visiting my platform, thank you and welcome. Please know that I keep it 100% raw, unfiltered, and honest because I am talking ish, as in our issues. We all have them. How we deal with our issues is truly the difference. And I am a firm believer that when we do not deal with our issues deal with us. This topic is not easy. I'm going to be very raw, very graphic, and very honest. The pictures I'm going to be showing is very graphic. So if you are easily triggered, I already put a warning up at the beginning. This is another type of warning. If you cannot handle the truth, if you're not ready to deal with your issues, this video is not for you. Now, you old school transgenders, you already know the journey. You already know the pain. You already know the financial investments that's going to be for a lifetime. You already know this. This video is going to be more of an educational and an awareness video, and also a warning to the newbies who are jumping on your bandwagon. Old school trans women, they're jumping on your bandwagon. They're riding on your coattails, but they're being disrespectful about it. And some of them may not be aware or know what's going on because too many people are afraid to keep it 100 with them, to let them know what they're really about to get into. So in this video, I am going to do that because I am your sister's keeper. I am an ally. My mama was a fag hag. My aunt was a fag hag. I have so many gay friends. I had a trans woman when I lived in New York. She lived in Jersey. She was trans woman. And I'll briefly tell you about her story. And living in California, I have a trans man. He was born a woman and now he's a man, a trans man. So there's no hate here, okay? I am an ally. And this is a warning of how some of you are disrespecting your allies. And at one point, it's going to be very dangerous. This is going to get very scary in a minute because your allies, your natural woman, you're forcing some of us to be defensive, and we're going to have to start protecting ourselves because one, we're not the same, and two, this fight, this journey that you're on, trans women, is not the same fight as us. In fact, some of the things that you're fighting for is putting us in harm's way, and that's why it's going to get dangerous because you're getting another foe. So let me just back up real quick. The reason why I really wanted to come this way was because of this new joke that a straight man said to me. So I was walking and he was like, oh, I need to talk to you about something. I said, well, I have to go. He said, I'll follow you. And I said, actually, you can't follow me right now because I'm about to go into the ladies' room. And he called himself flirting and being funny, saying, oh, yeah, I can follow you. I can follow you into the ladies' room now. All I have to do is identify as a woman. He thought this joke was funny. Okay? So, again, I'm an ally. But please, with the cis, which is not a bad word, but the way some of the newbies are coming on to your coattails, OG trans women, they're being disrespectful and they're being derogatory about it because they think it's cute to be shady. See, they don't really know their journey. They really don't know what they're getting into because social media has made it trendy and popular. But old school trans women, you know that this is a serious thing. Becoming a trans woman is not a joke. It's not to be played with. You have fought your fight and you continue to fight. You have opened the doors for so many, and right now, so many is trying to just come in without knowing what they're doing, and they're being disrespectful to the natural woman who is your ally. And you know for a fact you don't need any more foes. Old school trans women that's been in this, get back of control of your reins and school these newbies and let them know, don't be coming over here causing more problems. We got enough problems of our own. Even in your own LGBTQP community, trans, you've been getting shade and disrespected from your own community. Even trans against trans, and I'm gonna get to that. Then you have your straight men who don't feel for you. Then you have your homophobic man that can be very violent, who's not for you, and that's a foe. You have that down low homophobic man who has so much self-hate for himself because deep down he's gay and he's attracted to you. And so what does he do? He sets you up, he goes on a date, and he rapes you. And he may do bodily harm to you as far as beating you up after he rapes you. So old school natural woman, we know how that feels. The fear of being raped. So we've been in your corner. We understand your pain and your fear, and we've been there for you, okay? I have a lot of gay friends. Like I said, my trans friend in Jersey, she was a baddie, how you guys call it, a baddie. She looked like Toni Braxton. But let me keep it real with you, all right? She kept her penis. She tucked it. And it was a money thing. Her penis was her bag because of a fetish. We know that there are men who like chicks with, okay? That's a business, a big business. And back then she had a website and she was making big money. So she was even telling me how the trans that went the full journey. They get the breast, they get the, the penis reconstructed. They go the full all the way. They take that extra mile. And she was saying how she was getting flack from that because she's having her cake and eat it too. She's saying she's woman, she's identifying as woman, but she's keeping her penis. She's still getting a pleasure as a man with her penis, and she's getting paid for it. So yes, she was having her cake and eat it too. And some of you old school transgenders, you know this is what's going on. And you know a lot of people is hopping on this bandwagon only because it's popular now. But it wasn't popular when you was coming up in this journey and you was fighting all of these foes. And so right now, you don't need for your natural female woman to be your foe. You have enough as it is. And that's why I'm coming to you in this video, with care and concern. I'm not trying to come here with the anger. I could be upset, I could be mad, but I have friends in the community. I have families in the community, and I'm seeing a very dangerous trend. It's another divide. And at the end of the day, baby, they don't care about none of us. This is all about a bag. This is about money. So let's get into the bag and let's get into the money for those that don't understand what I'm talking about. We're not the same. For a man to transition into woman, he's going to have to do things to transition. So let's break it down. Now here's where it's going to get graphic. All right. If you want to be unclockable, if you want to really feel like the woman that you are on the inside and you want everything on the outside to match with what you feel on the inside, you got some options, right? So you might get a breast implant. Okay, you might do the breast implant, that's surgical, or you might do the breastplate. Okay, with a woman, she may start off as a little girl and she's flat chested, but her chest is going to grow. We're not the same. You have to transition to breast, man-made. A woman blossoms. She doesn't transition. She's a little girl and blossoms into womanhood. That's that. Now, if you want to go and create a vagina, you have to reconstruct your penis. You have to go under the knife and reconstruct that. A woman does not. She's born with the vagina. And even after you do the reconstructive surgery, it still doesn't look like a full natural vagina. It's going to look similar, but not exactly. And it's not going to function like a vagina. You're not going to have administration. There's no blood that's going to come from out of your vagina. And a baby is not coming out of your vagina like it does a woman. All right? That's man-made. Also, this is something I don't think a lot of these newbies realize, and old school trans women, please school them and let them know that for every day for the rest of their natural life, they will be fighting back their masculinity. Every day, they have to hide their masculinity. They have to swallow it and push it down, especially if they're not trying to be clockable. They're going to have to do the hair, the makeup, the nails, the clothes, the breast, whether they get surgery or a breastplate. They got to do the vagina if they're going to keep it. If they decide to keep their penis, they're going to have to tuck it. Every day, you have to fight back your masculinity. And that's a financial investment for the rest of your life, because like everything changes, everything improves. Okay, so the old school transgenders, you remember when you got your face done and you got your cheekbones. How many of you had to go back and get that redone? Okay, even with breast implants, you have to go back and get that redone because they make them better. All right, so I don't think the newbies who just like, oh, you know, I'm a trans woman jumping on your train, riding on your coattail, being disrespectful, trying to be cute and shady, calling natural women cis in a degrading way. They're trying to be, you know, cute and funny about it. It's not cute and funny to not only get in our lane and try to be in our lane, but then try to come into our lane and disrespect us and try to make us feel some type of way. And then you expect us to be your ally. That is why natural women are not feeling this. You can't come into our lane and disrespect us when we're not the same and we're not fighting for the same rights. Going back to the joke with the bathroom, you're trying to have it to where you can come into a woman's bathroom. So now you're putting us in harm's way because you know perverts are going to take advantage of this. You just got men who have mental illness and mental problems. They will use this to get inside a female's bathroom. Forget a peephole. They're going to come in and create a new peephole. They're just going to throw in a dress and say, oh, I identify as a woman. And the women that are in there, and not just natural women, you have your own community. You have your trans women and you have your lesbian women. Okay? If somebody comes in, a pervert, a straight man comes in pretending to be trans, comes into the bathroom, he getting his rocks off. He's jerking off. He's in there looking. And if he's deranged and crazy, and we done dropped our guards because we think, oh, this is just another trans woman coming in the door, and we drop our guards, he can rape us. And then just say what? Oh, I had a moment, but I identify as a woman. It's getting dangerous and you putting us in harm's way. So I say this, there's gay pride. Why don't you guys extend on your pride? Have a gay pride bathroom. Have a pride bathroom where it's LGBTQ friendly. That way you deal in your own community. If you have your own pride, why not extend on your own pride? Even with sports, create a pride sports league. Instead of men jumping into a female sporting event or a female jumping into a male event. When we wanted to play basketball, we did the WNBA because the men was not allowing us to play basketball with them. Okay, so we created our own. There's a reason things are separated. It's a natural thing. It's a natural competition. You know, I'm a firm believer when you can't compete, you cheat. Stop with the cheating. Extend your pride. If you have gay pride, you have your gay pride parades, you have your gay magazines, you have so many exclusive things that include your LGBTQ family. Why not continue it? Leave us out of it. That's the main thing. Leave us out of it. We're not fighting for the same things. Even let's just go with the health care. When it comes to me, let's just say I want to identify as a sex symbol. I really feel like I'm a sex symbol, but I don't have a nice butt, so I want to get a BBL, okay? Or I have a stomach, so I want to get a tummy tuck so I can get a six-pack. Do you think the government is going to fund that? No, that's considered cosmetic surgery. But I know for a fact that some trans are getting their tummy tucks for abs under the government, under the trans identity thing. They don't have to pay for cosmetic surgery. So there's pros and cons. Again, we're not the same. You're getting funding for surgeries that is considered cosmetic surgery for the straight people. Is it fair? It is what it is. I'm just trying to explain to you why we're feeling some type of way when you start to disrespect us. Instead of saying, why don't we continue to have these natural women be our allies, our sisters? Let's respect them. OG trans women. Let's pull up these young kids and explain to them, this is not what we do here. We respect our allies. We do not disrespect them because we are transitioning into their world. Again, you're not natural woman. There would be no need for the name of trans woman if you was naturally a woman. You can feel some type of way. That's cool. You can identify some type of way. But I've already showed you in pictures how graphic it is, how you have to transition into woman, and how for the rest of your life you're going to have to take hormones. You're going to have to fight back your masculinity so that you're not clockable. So we're not the same, and we're not fighting for the same rights. Okay, we still want to be there for you because we know you have a lot against you, and it's hard being a woman. It's hard, period. So for you to want to jump in our lane, it's already kind of like, ooh, baby, do you know what you're getting yourself into? And I'm gonna go really quickly with the kids. You do not have to have kids to understand what it's like to be a kid. We were all kids, and we all remember when we were passionate about something. I mean, our hearts, our mind, our soul was passionate about something. And then guess what? Later down the line, we changed our mind, or we felt different. So to the parents, do not do what the celebrities are doing. What these celebrities are doing, do not do that. Try your best to fight with your kid and say, give it time. Yes, support them. Get them the makeup. Get them the clothes. Help them learn how to tuck it so that they can be unclockable. But tell them, let's not do anything permanent yet, because you may feel like this right now, but what if you change your mind? As your parent, it is my job to protect you from yourself. Because remember when you were a kid, remember how maybe you probably said, oh, I'm never going to have any kids. And then you fell in love and you had kids. Now, what if you would have gotten your tubes tied or your tubes burnt off and you changed your mind and now you couldn't have kids? Think about that when you were a kid, how you used to say things. We were dumb. We were young. We had to learn. And not to say all of these kids are like that, but what if he's like that? Now, let me tell you the next trap. Remember when you knew you was wrong and you didn't want to admit to your parents that, damn, they was right and I was wrong all along, and you never said anything. Now imagine, what if this kid was only doing this for attention, was only doing this because media has made it popular? What if he was only doing this to become famous? And then 5 years down the line, his manhood kicks in and he starts feeling women. But now he's trapped. He's trapped because it's all out here in social media. You remember as a kid, when we didn't want to admit we was wrong, we didn't have evidence out there. Okay? We could just swallow it, play it off, and our parents knew. They let us get away with it. But now it's all on social media. All eyes is on this kid. And he may be too embarrassed to admit first to himself and then to anyone else that, I don't feel this way anymore. He doesn't want to be ridiculed. So imagine being imprisoned in yourself because you made a mistake and your parents helped you to put it out into the world. So parents, that's another warning I want to give you. Try to fight for time with your kids and try to ask your kids to keep it private, meaning don't share it on social media. Don't put anything out there for the world to hold against you for the rest of your life. Everything is recorded. Some stuff needs to stay private. Try your best. I know it's easier said than done because kids, we were all kids, and you know how you couldn't tell us nothing. So I already know how it is. And now you got the law against you. They don't let you really discipline your kids the way they want to. And that's all for a bag. Let's just break it down real quick before I let you go. How it's all about a bag. Old school transgenders, please talk to the young kids and tell them how much money you've been spending and how it's a lifelong investment. Okay? So big pharma, big media, big brands, big products, they don't care nothing about you. They just care about that dollar bill and how they gonna get it up out of your bank account, how they gonna get it up out of your wallet and out of your purse. You ain't nothing but a bag, and they trying to get you early. Okay? Early. If you make this lifelong permanent decision, you're gonna be paying for the rest of your life. So if they get you early, oh, you a bag for years. Okay? They're a bag for years. Ching, 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 ching. Hair, makeup, clothes, reconstructive surgery, maintenance of that, drugs of that, hormones of that. Somebody's getting paid. Even if you get a grant and you don't pay for it, somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid. It's just a bag. You think they really care about you? They don't. They don't care about none of us. All of us is a bag to somebody. So you better care about yourself because they don't. So I think I covered everything pretty much in this video. It's been taking me a while. I done created a couple of videos. I done edited a couple of videos. And I had to redo it because it's just too much. And I know a lot of people don't have the attention span. And I was like, you know what? Damn that. I'm not going to worry about how long it's going to take. It's my job to keep it real with you because too many people are worried about getting canceled. And I understand the old transgenders who may be feeling, I don't know, maybe you feel like if you keep it 100 that you're going to lose something. But just keep it real unless you really don't give a damn about these kids. Now, if you don't really give a damn about these kids and you're a little bitter about the journey you took and how much money you had to spend, and maybe you just want them to go through the same hell that you went through, then it is what it is. But if you really care about trans women and trans men and these kids, if their parents can't get a hold of them, if their parents can't get a hold of them, if their parents can't tell them the real deal, you are their new parent. You are their new role model. Get control of the reins again. Old school trans women and trans men, get a hold of your journey again, and do not allow these newbies who don't know what they're doing coming in, being disrespectful, using the word cis against natural women and causing a divide and putting you in harm's way because now you're going to lose allies. Don't allow them to do that. Don't allow these perverts to come in and ride your coattails to get away with rape and murder. Don't allow that. Take back your fight. Take back your control because you really know what this is all about. You're fully committed. You went all the way. And you know some of these people just here playing around. Stop allowing them to play around with what you've been going through. And that's what I'm saying. Leave us out of it. Do your own thing. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. If you don't, it's okay. We could always agree to disagree. Keep it cute, because any hate is going to get deleted. This is a safe space. I leave the comment sections open because I want you to share your journey. I want you to speak to the people. If you feel like you can help somebody, please do. But if you come here with the hate and try to call me a hater and say I'm not an ally, it's going to get deleted, because I done already told you I am an ally, and I'm coming here real. I'm saying what people really want to say and don't want to say and afraid to say, because I care. That's my job. I talk about issues because I freaking care. I'm here on a mission because I didn't have nobody to pull me up. So I'm out here to pull you up because I freaking care. Do you understand that? When somebody cares enough to share with you. All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I didn't mean to come on here and preach, but it's getting dangerous out here. It's getting dangerous. Old school, pull up the new school, because you know I'm keeping it real.